Bayou Times Sports is brought to you by Terrebonne General Health Systems Community Sports Institute in conjunction with Barker Honda.
Hello again, everyone, and welcome to this Bayou Times Sports Special. I'm Martin False at the Louisiana Superdome. What a great game between E.D. White and Shaw. It was certainly a game back and forth. It's a hard-hitting football game for sure. And I'm going to give you a little stats before we run the segments in the game. And we'll show you the first half, the second half. We'll have a Coach O appearance at the football game, and then, of course, the press conference at the end. By all accounts, we can tell you that certainly the stats, let me give you that tells the tale. Pretty even in a lot of categories, but when we get to the turnovers, we'll show you that made a big difference in the game and the capitalization of that turnover by the Shaw was the final as they win it 28-25. Total yards, E.D. White had 337 total yards. Shaw had 365. Passing yards, E.D. White 133. That vaunted Shaw passing attack had 111. Rush yards, E.D. White had 204 yards. Shaw had 254 yards. Penalties, E.D. White 5 penalties for 50 yards. Shaw 5 at 47 yards. Pretty even there. First downs, E.D. White 18, Shaw 20. Third downs, 4 for 12 for E.D. White, 6 for 12 for Shaw. Fourth downs, Shaw 0 for 1, E.D. White 3 for 3 in that category. Total plays, E.D. White had 63, Shaw had 58. Once again, fairly even football game. The average yards per play and the average yards gained per play, E.D. White 5.3, Shaw 6.3. Average yards for completion, both at 11.1. That's dead even. Average yards per rush, Shaw had a slight advantage at 6.5, E.D. White at 4.4. And as we go to the red zone, E.D. White 4 for 4 in the red zone, Shaw 1 for 2. Time of possession, E.D. White 5 minutes more. They had 26:08 to Shaw's 21:52. And turnovers, here's the big one. 1 turnover for E.D. White, no turnovers for Shaw. Shaw fumbled the ball 3 times, recovered all 3 of their fumbles. So the ball bounced their way. Sacks, E.D. White had 1 sack. Shaw had no sacks on the day. And certainly this was a even game for most of it. A very key play right before that first half when Shaw hit a deep ball. The receiver going to Michigan, almost dropped it. He bobbled it twice, was able to bring it in. But now, without further ado, let's roll in the first half highlights at the Superdome. E.D. White and Shaw.
Watch here, number 4, the Michigan signee. Pass to the near side, and there he is. He picks up the first down. Second down and a long 10 here, rolling out, looking for somebody to throw to. Wilson slips, loses the ball. I think he got back on it, though. The thing with Shaw, they got multiple weapons. Heaving one deep is Wilson. And it's going to be a pass interference penalty. Another 3rd and long for Shaw. Mason Wilson trying to step up in the pocket, and it's off the hands of Washington. It was there, and if he would have caught it, he would have gone a long way. Tommy Bauer has some offers, and running the football here is Barbera, and he's got the first down to the 22-yard line. Here's the pitch at the last second, and it opens up, and this could go all the way. 1 man to beat, and the ball carrier is dragged down from behind by Rontre Carter. E.D. White is in the red zone, fundraising end of the field, and on 1st and goal, they get close to the end zone, but stopped. Let's see if he keeps it. He does on the quarterback sneak, and I don't think he got there.
The old tush push, right?
Oh, they're going to say he's in. This is something that Shaw may want to take a look at. This kid's got a big-time leg, and he puts it right through.
to be interesting to see if they can shake off a couple of those mistakes from the first drive.
And they get more pressure here on Mason Wilson. Wilson able to get something out of it, but there's a flag down in the area where you see holding on the offense. More pressure. And they get to him again. Mason Wilson, just nowhere for him to run. Refuses to go down, but eventually he does. Second down and 6 now at the 39 as the Shaw offense trying to get a little momentum here. They run the option. Where's the pitch? There's the pitch. Jasper Parker into open space all the way to the 46-yard line. At the 34-yard line.
Got to think Jacob Washington here.
Wilson, half roll. There he is. Washington made 2 defenders miss. Makes a 3rd miss. And that's just special stuff right there to the 21-yard line. Here's Wilson now. Wilson to the 10, to the 5, dives for the end zone. Touchdown, Eagles. Clock. Cardenas on the extra point, and we're all tied up. At the 32-yard line, the pitch at the last second, Ben Guidry. And now it's a foot race. Guidry will run out of steam at the 30-yard line, and there's going to be a late hit tacked onto all that.
With your fullback on that midline veer and that inside veer, right? You've got to be able to respect that as a defense.
On 3rd down and 3 off the left side, it's a first down. All the way to the 1-yard line. First and goal, Douglas is the running back. Douglas gets the carry, and Douglas is in the end zone. Touchdown, E.D. White. Ty Powell. That one gets through the uprights. They pick up the blitz. Wilson's got a lot of room to run here. He's got the first down and then knocked out of bounds. Did he get out of bounds? So 3rd down and 6. Wilson, he's got Washington. There he is, first down at the 35-yard line. Wilson, pump fakes, wide open. How do you leave him that open? Touchdown, Eagles. And Cardenas into the nets for the extra point.
All right, as you can tell, 14-14 at the half, and E.D. White was certainly sitting in a good position and going at 14-7, but Shaw made the play. So Coach O was also walking the sidelines, and we caught up with the coach that had the greatest football team of all time at LSU with Joe Burrows and company. And, of course, he's a big Cardinal fan. Let's listen in. I had a little chat with Coach Ed Orgeron.
All right, Coach O's in the house, and he's bringing back memories of his days at South Lafourche championship game, but y'all didn't play in the dome.
No, thank God we played at South Lafourche. We had the referees on outside.
Yeah, but you sure coached in the dome quite a bit.
Yes, I sure did. But last time I've been in here was the championship, and I want to say I'm so proud of E.D. White and Shaw High School for having a tremendous year. I wish them both the luck. You know, I'm from the Bayou. The Thibodeau people are in my heart. I'm also good friends with Coach Hank. I know it's going to be a great game.
All right, go get it, Coach.
Let's see, man.
Seeing y'all.
Man, God. What's up, man?
All right, we'll take a break. When we come back, second half highlights. It's all coming up right here on a very special edition of Bayou Time Sports. Today's social media segment is brought to you by Alford and Associates for all of your insurance needs. CIS, Cardiovascular Institute of the South, the highest quality cardiovascular care available. Barker Honda, the Barker family tradition of quality.
Bayou Time Sports is brought to you by Terrebonne General Health Systems Community Sports Institute in conjunction with Barker Honda.
And welcome back. As before we go to the second half highlights, just a note to say how heart-wrenching this defeat was for E.D. White. And the stands were rocking. I was very impressed with the amount of people that showed up to cheer on the Cardinals. In my estimation, they had more fans at the game than the Shaw Eagles had at the game. And, of course, Shaw is in the New Orleans area. So kudos to the Edie White fans as they showed out in droves to support the Edie White Cardinals. Let's now go to the second half highlights as we saw.
Called a long four. Barbera will run it again, and he takes a huge hit at the end of it, but he's got the first down. Jackson Williams, second down and 8. Good run here by Carter Douglas. Archbishop Shaw Eagles looking for their first state championship since '87. Barbera going deep, completes it. First down to the 15.
To keep their drive alive.
Cardinals now 3 of 9 on third down. Only a yard gain there. Barbera will throw again. And a sliding grab by Nakan, but he's going to be well short of the first down. And this time it is through the uprights, and Edie White has taken a 3-point lead with 9:22. So that moves the ball out to the 38. And a little seam and a big run for Parker. Parker trying to take it to the house. Touchdown Eagles. 62 yards. In the last 2 playoff games they played in, can they do it again? Pitch here, it's behind the ball carrier. Eagles ball. Huge turnover. Penetration again in the backfield. Barbera's pitch is behind. Let's see if that's where Wilson goes. Here comes Washington crossing. They throw it to him. Did he catch it? Touchdown Eagles! Jacob Washington for the second time today.
Fourth quarter right now. Edie White down by 11. They're on a drive right now. If they can sustain that drive, it may come down to a score and an onside kick, unless there's enough time to put the defense back out there and hope the defense can make a shutdown.
Barbera hits his man on the crossing route. Nakan gets taken down. Pickup of 6. Third down and 4. Another quick pass, another first down as the drive continues for the Cardinals. Second down and 5. Plenty of time to throw again. He goes deep. And it is caught. All the way to the 11-yard line. That secondary has gotten better as the season has gone along. Second down and 9. Barbera out into the flat. Another good open field tackle by Alan Shaw. It's 4th and 3. They run it. They go back to their bread and butter, and it's a touchdown. Great drive by the Cardinals to stay alive in this thing.
Of course, Edie White going for 2 here. If they're successful, it makes it a 3-point game, and they have a great kicker.
They pitch it, and in walking into the end zone or hurtling into the end zone, Ben Guidry for 2.
What a 2-point conversion. Guidry around the end on a little reverse. Oh, the tone is set now. We got 3:53 left to go. Edie White down by 3. Edie White has 3 timeouts left.
Too much time's coming off the clock. Parker staying on his feet, and there he goes again. He wants to stay in bounds. He gets knocked out of bounds, but he'll take the yardage.
He went out and got his kids back that were all over the city.
Parker, another huge run, but he stopped just short of the first down. So close.
Kids returning back to the Shaw program. Their enrollment is going back up. A lot of that is because of Hank Tierney and the job that he does and his reputation. Well deserved for that man as well as the whole West Bank community.
For the first time since 1987, the Archbishop Shaw Eagles can call themselves state champions in football.
There you have it, a heartbreaker in the Superdome. Edie White, well-fought game, 2 very good football teams, and they both played their hearts out, 2 good programs, and certainly you hate to see the Edie White Cardinals take that loss today. A lot of class on their side, showed a lot of good sportsmanship, but in the end, it was Shaw that withheld the Edie White last-minute barrage trying to get that game under control, and certainly they were able to run out the clock by making first downs and eliminating Edie White's timeout. So there you have it from the Superdome, and certainly we will now take another break. When we come back, the press conference with Coach Kyle Lasang, what a great job he's done as the Edie White coach, and 3 of his star players. We'll listen in to hear their comments. Don't go away. Today's social media segment is brought to you by South Louisiana Bank. It's better when we bank together. Waits and Downer, attorneys at law. Terrebonne Ford, built Ford tough.
Bayou Time Sports is brought to you by Terrebonne General Health Systems Community Sports Institute in conjunction with Barker Honda.
And welcome back as we continue to cover the highlights and also the postgame here as Edie White loses 28-25 to the Shaw Eagles. Great football game in the Dome, a hard-fought football game. Edie White left it all out on the field. They gave everything they had in this one, and Shaw just made some big plays when they had to, the bottom line. So certainly the press conference, although you would think it would be very gloomy, I was very proud to see that Coach Lasang and his players held true to their form and showed a lot of class in the press conference. Let's listen in.
It's been 50 years since Shaw had, Edie White has won a title. Although you're coming up with the second place trophy, how proud are you of your team?
Extremely proud. I said it before, there's a lot of things we do right. And I'll tell you one of them. Somebody sent me a picture last night of a bunch of seniors in adoration for an hour. Our preseason talk, preseason gathering that we have with our players, a lot of people ask me what our goal is this year. And I said this, our goal is to get closer to heaven. And if we can play for a state championship along the way, then all the better. These guys are closer to heaven for being part of our program, and so am I.
Question. Coach, over here, just the state championship getting to this point, and I know y'all played the state championship a couple years ago, wasn't exactly the Superdome, but be in the situation for the senior class to lead the way. How proud are you for been just the foundation that was set for this team the next couple of years?
Well, this group, the senior group, has the most wins in the history of our school. I don't know what the number is. It's probably somewhere around 45, 46 wins over 4 years. And the senior group had the opportunity to play for a state championship when they were freshmen, and now they're seniors and they play for another. Unfortunately, it didn't go our way either time, but you got to be proud of those kids. Every single thing I ever asked of them, they came through for me. And sometimes it wasn't pretty. And sometimes we had to have some very, very serious conversations about how we do things and how we operate. And every single time I said, I'm giving you 10 minutes to handle this. And in 10 minutes they did. And that's a great sign for a senior class. And they've done everything they possibly can to set the example for our underclassmen. And shame on our underclassmen if they didn't see it and understand it. And I think that's why it hurts these seniors so much, because they were there at 6 a.m. every day in the summer. They were every day leading our football team. And that hurts a little bit. But one day we're gonna watch the film, and I think we're gonna be proud of a lot of things that happened out there on the Superdome turf.
Question for Brent, quarterback. Just talk about some things, how this experience was for you coming to the Superdome for the first time as a starting quarterback, your first year as a starting quarterback. What was this experience like, and What's your thoughts on, falling short, but how y'all gonna just continue to grow from this?
Yeah, it was awesome. It's our goal at the end of the year to get here. But, we didn't finish, but I thought we fought hard, and I thought we had a great year.
Question?
Coach, great year this year with your team and everything. I'll tell you one thing, your quarterback, Rivera, has a great future. What you can say, a lot of years you had some very good quarterbacks. What you can say about Rivera right now, just as a junior, because it seems like he has a lot of tools on him.
Coach Rivera in my office last spring, and I told him he was the man. And I knew that because I'd seen him. I'd seen him as a 10th grader. He would take a whole lot of snaps. But this kid makes great decisions, just great decisions. And you run triple like that, you better make really good decisions. When you throw the football just enough to stay in games, you got to make good decisions. That's really what he does. He's the coolest player I've ever coached. He never gets rattled for anything. And he's got some good guys around him who keep him grounded. Them hogs up front were good players, man. We don't miss them. 4 senior starters on the offensive line and 3 defensive starters on the defensive line. And they set the tone for our program. Football is still tackling people and blocking people. And so those guys are important. So we don't miss them, but I'm proud of that effort.
Question?
Lou, just talk about the defense. A very tough challenge, especially against the Parker kid. Looked like y'all tried to looked like y'all held him in check early, but in the second half, how difficult was it? Just talk about the defensive performance.
The defense has really been good all year. Fly with football, have an attitude, really do. We got some renegades on defense, man, and you got to have those guys. Kid's going to Michigan for a reason. He's a good player, and he wears you down a little bit. The receiver's a great kid, too, and their quarterback makes things happen. And you got to defend those 3 things. It's tough. It's really tough. And we were in it. We were really in it. So I thought our defensive effort was good enough to win a football game.
Question?
Yeah, it was very hard, but we prepared all week for this and all season. We played a lot of good backs this season, and he was up there. And yeah, best of luck to him next year at Michigan. I hope he does great. But yeah, we put everything we could into this. It didn't work out the way we wanted to, but like Coach said, our goal isn't just to win state championships or try to be the best at football, which it kind of is, but the main goal is to get to heaven and become successful people in life. And I feel that this football program has shown me that. And through these 4 years, they've really done that for us. The stuff that this man right here has taught me, the lessons, I can't explain it with words. It's just so amazing. So yeah, it was very hard, but we were prepared, and we prepared for every game, just like that. And yeah.
Final question.
Coach, for years we've heard Eddie White's graduating 20. They won't be that good next year. Eddie White's graduating 25. They won't be that good next year. But y'all really good year after year. What does that say about the program in your own words?
It's taken me 29 years to figure out how to do this. And I think we finally got it figured out. And the key is the kids. They just buy in. They believe everything we tell them. And sometimes we don't tell them the truth even, and they believe that too. And they just keep walking through the door and playing. So we got some tough kids, man. We got some tough kids that battle and don't really get phased. And I was worried before the game that the Superdome was gonna have an impact on us, and really didn't. We went and played like it was another Friday night until the. So I'm really proud of the program, but I also want to say this: my coaching staff is second to none. I mean, honestly, these kids will tell you. I walk around practice and just enjoy practice. I don't say a whole lot. I pull a kid on the side every now and then and kind of maybe encourage him and do things like that. But I don't say a lot of X and O stuff. I really don't. I just trust my coaches and let it fly. And it seems to work. So I'm just proud of the program where we are. And Martin, you know what kind of program we've had over the years. And that program hopefully is just going to continue to happen year after year.
All right, Coach, I'm going to ask each one of the players very quickly a closing message from the player to the coach.
I mean, Coach Kyle's done everything for me. He's made me a man of God and just made me a better person, you know. I became a better football player from that. So thank you for everything, Coach. I never played football coming into 8th or 9th grade, and then whenever I knew I'd be able to get the opportunity to play for Coach Lassane, I knew I couldn't pass that up. And I'm just thankful for all the lessons that he's taught me in football and in the real world. And he's a real special man, and I give a lot of praise to him. Yeah, I'm extremely grateful for this man sitting to the left of me right here. Like I said, the things that he has taught me and the stuff that he's put us through, it's really prepared me for the rest of my life, and these two down here and the rest of our team. Just so grateful that I've been able to be coached by this coach right here and all my coaches. They're really great people, and we've worked really hard, and they've installed that in me, and I'm going to carry that into the rest of my life and become a successful person, and hopefully get to heaven with these people and all of you, hopefully. So, yeah, very, very grateful for our entire organization. Yeah.
Coach, you have the final word.
It's been a long journey. Well, it's been a long journey, it's a journey of 29 years, and every year I sit back and I go, hey, when's it going to end? And 120 kids just keep you coming back. And that's all you really need to know about the type of kids that we have in Thibodeau and Eden White. One day we're going to win one of these. I don't know when it's going to be, but I think we're going to win one. And if we just keep getting back here, I think one day we'll carry the trophy out. And but I'm going to walk out of here really, really proud of this effort and these kids. And I want to be able to tell them all how special they are. So once again, thanks to everybody. Thanks to these kids. And congratulations to Sean.
Coach, thank you for spending some time with us.
Thank you all. Appreciate it.
Well, that about wraps it up from the Superdome. I want to thank Dwayne Dupre. I want to thank Jason Serenier. I want to thank Sean Torgrimson. I want to thank the whole crew for helping us get through today. It was hustle bustle for all of the day. I want to thank the Edie White fans for being so hospitable at walk-ons. And certainly that was a good party before. And I know at the end, Edie White takes the loss, but what a great game. The young fellas got to play in the Dome and enjoy the Dome. They'll never forget that. I know they wanted to be state champions, but they put their heart on the field today, and that was evident. And they just came up a little short because, as we know, Shaw has a great football program, but so does Edie White. Edie White's been showing up many years in the state finals, so their program is well established in Thibodeau in Cardinal country. For the whole crew here at HTV, we're going to have some highlights during the week at HTV and also on our Sports on the Bayou where we recap some of these highlights. It's been a long day here at the Dome. For the entire crew, I'm Martin Falls. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you during the week.
Today's social media segment is brought to you by Terrebonne General Health System. Your health is our legacy. Rouse's, you're either local or you're not. Buick, the craft of modern luxury. St. Martin and Bourke, know your rights.